blood pressure and high cholesterol. So boost your body's resistance to infection with nature's best garlic extract, Ali C. For more information and to order Ali C, call 877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com. That's 1-877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com for your Ali C today.
The Genesis Communications Radio Network proudly presents The Alex Jones Show, because there's a war on for your mind.
So they're taking their time brainwashing our children, getting their systems in place, passing their carbon taxes, and when our Congress won't pass laws that couple in with the new international agreements, the EPA just enforces it on states like Texas with no law. This is tyranny. And that's what they've said in the last year in the London Guardian and all over foreign news and here in the U.S. Oh, if the people won't go along with this, we've got to have it be authoritarian for their own good. This is just authoritarian control freaks posing as good guys and claiming they're trying to save you. Let's finish up with this bizarre one of 4-part brainwashing pieces of the world they're going to build. Let's continue.
Safe from climate change on the floating city. That must be her now. It's much easier to meet up with friends virtually now. So many cities have banned cars in central areas. Ooh, looks like she's got some juicy gossip.
Find out more about how we can live and travel in the cities of the future. Forumforthefuture.org. And they've got a bunch more of these nightmare videos of how cool it is that she's not allowed to travel unless she has authorization. And then Prince Charles addressed Austin last year and many other cities via hologram. You know, he addresses the city council and people and talks about how he doesn't travel for his carbon footprint. Meanwhile, he owns 2 private trains, scores of jet aircraft, tons of palaces. But then he does stunts about how he doesn't travel now, and how only essential travel should be allowed. Everything you see there is now being rolled out and promoted. Now I want to get into Paul Joseph Watson's articles on this, and I beg of you, make this the #1 search term today. And yes, Google blocks us out, so people won't be able to see it. You're all fully authorized to take these articles and post them on your site, your blog. Email them out to everyone you want. Prison cities. Prison cities is the search term. Prison cities. Let's fire another torpedo. Torpedo number 2, flooding chamber now. Fire! Eco-fascist. 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 And let's make them even madder. Let's show them the real power of the info warriors. Torpedo 1, prison cities. Torpedo 2, eco-fascist. Torpedo 3, prisonplanet.com. Hit them and hit them hard. They don't like it. Let's see if we can get 1, 2, and 3. We've gotten the top 3 in a row repeatedly. Maybe I should fire another torpedo. That's up to you if these torpedoes hit the enemy. Eco-fascists call for prison cities. Here's the article. Obey Enviro tyranny or be banished to a ghetto threatens new government-funded propaganda piece. Remember, the British invented concentration camps. They call them reservations here and in Africa. That's how you deal with it. People who resist, by the way, that came out of the eugenics plan. People who resist the state controlling every aspect of their existence will be forced to live in squalid ghettos, while the rest of the population will be tightly controlled in high-tech prison cities. That's the future envisioned by eco-fascists who are exploiting the contrived global warming fraud to openly flaunt their plan for total enslavement of mankind. And then I'm going to get into all the documents in the next segment of the actual physical tracking grid. The threat posed by the kind of scenario being promoted for the Forum of the Future, the group responsible for the chilling video below, cannot be emphasized enough. The dictatorial hellhole where cars will be banned, meat rationed, farming completely abolished, and overtaken by the state, behavior cataloged by calorie cards. And notice the EPA is now saying no dust is allowed from farming. You're farming. Big Agri gets a waiver. It's written where they can shut down your farm, your ranch, even the date tree in your backyard. It says Codex Alimentarius in the bill, UN. Everything they're passing is UN, 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 UN. See, when I read all of this, all of it's being phased in. Meat rationed, farming, the British government proposed that. Farming completely abolished and overtaken by the state. But that's Stalin. Behavior cataloged by calorie cards and careers ordained by the government is the ultimate goal of the control freaks who have seized the reins of the environmental movement. Nearly every aspect of the policies undertaken by the global dictatorship that runs the planned opolis depicted in the video are lifted wholesale from historical tyrannies. The state completely taking over the means of food production and farming. This is a throwback to the Soviet system of collectivized farming, where Stalin organized land and labor into large-scale collective farms. Farmers who resisted the state taking over their farms were arrested and sent to Siberian gulags, or the new cities, the ghettos. We're going to come right back. I mean, it is hardcore. This is the issue, not the scary Muslims in turbans they dance out on TV for you, openly run by the globalist.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633. Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
They have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today, it seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. You've heard me talk about Cal-Ben 5-star soaps for years. This is an American-made product of the highest quality and compares to nothing you will find in stores. You can buy factory direct, shipped via UPS right to your door. Check them out on the web at 5starsoap.com. or call 800-340-7091. Take my word for it. Once you've used Pure Soap, you won't buy anything else. Since 1947, Cal-Ben Soap Company has been showing consumers that soap can be tough on dirt and gentle on the environment. Buy American and stay clean, as well as support InfoWars. Visit 5starsoap.com today or call 1-800-340-7091. Well, Marty, what do you have to say?
As founder and owner for over 63 years, satisfaction is guaranteed or double your dirt back. Call us at 1-800-340-7091 for a free catalog or visit our website, 5starsoap.com. Thank you.
Live from Austin, Texas, broadcasting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
We are back live, ladies and gentlemen. So what they're doing is, in a fun little, happy, it's always presented by a woman who Hitler said, first you get the women, then you've got the children, so follow the men. Edward Bernays, the father of modern advertising, nephew of Sigmund Freud, said you get the women, they make 80% of the purchases. Still the same today. You get the women, then you've got the children, so follow the men. Women are at the center of the family and the center of culture. It's not that women are bad, it's that women are key. And they know that women on average are more conformist. And if things are presented in a happy-go-lucky way, they will do it. Aztec women would bring their child up, bind it, give it to the priest, and be happy that their newborn baby or their toddler, bound with a rock, was thrown into a deep chasm of water. That's how they like to kill kids, mainly. It's the same thing. This is how they do it. And so you notice the ads for high fructose corn syrup that they run. It's the woman with her boyfriend in idyllic pastoral scenes over and over again, different variants, or at a park or at a backyard party. And the woman's handing out the food, always in a position of authority. And you know, she's the boss. And she tells her husband or her boyfriend, go ahead and have the popsicle. Go ahead and eat of the fruit. No, corn syrup's not bad for you. It's quite good for you. And then she'll give him some scientific stuff, and the husband admits, or the boyfriend admits he's an idiot. Or there'll be another moron woman who the queen bee corrects and explains to. And so this is how they always target it. This is how they work it. Just like if you went back to a plantation 170 years ago in Alabama, and you rode up in your carriage, you'd be met by several big black women. And they could speak clear English. They could probably even read. And this was their operation. And sometimes they even bossed master around, if you read the cultural histories. And the men were kept out in the barn and hardly could talk. And those women would go back there and just beat them down. Ah, you learn, you boy. Now, that's how it works in Rome. Caesar did the same thing. He'd roll into Albion or Germany.